and Lion Esports Club. But Team Excellent also trying to do the same, and going to try to regroup here and make it happen. So obviously, yes, there is the case they are playing with a substitute ring or whatever you want to call it, in Pee-wee. I don't think though that's the decision making we saw there in that game number 2 was definitely a little bit off key from Team Excellent. They were making some forcing decisions that was not the best in the end. So obviously, I do hate saying that to an extent because obviously that makes it seem like RpTm, or RpTime, whatever, they did not play well, but because they did play very well, and they are deserving of the victory. Panny actually had some pretty good Tempest ultimates throughout that game, and as a team, Arachna sequence, he was able to come through, so looked pretty good. But anyways, nonetheless, here we are in game number 3. We're moving along already. Tempest Engineer band on top of Ophelia and Dampier once again, so I believe those are the same bands as we saw last game. Team Excellent, they're going to first pick Master. RpTm, they're going to RpTime, whatever. These guys, RT, they're going to first pick Pyromancer as far as their first pick. So, wow, they really value the Pyromancer there as their first pick. Pebbles going to be the response now from Excellent. But yeah, I feel like the Pyromancer a little bit out of place as far as how early that was picked up, but nonetheless, they make it work, then so be it. I know in the hands of Fine, it is very good once again. And maybe if anything, that's what they're doing. But by the way, it looks like the series might be over. Look at that. Internet Gangsters. They do take out Too Much Sugar, it looks like. 2-1 in their matchup. So that means Too Much Sugar, obviously going to be knocked down to the losers bracket. Internet Gangsters, they're going to be playing Stay Green in the winner bracket semifinals, of course, tomorrow. So congratulations, IG. As far as the losers bracket, you have Masked Muchachos, Call It Karma, and Justice League all moving on so far. You have Insomniacs and You Love to Party. They're actually in their game number 3 in the losers bracket. So again, some updates there. If you go to HoNTour.com, you can check it out for yourself under the events tab. So this is I'm guessing now Coldcast going to be done. So here we are on HoNcast, the game 3 of this series, RpTime versus Team Excellent. Again, it just so happens this is going to be the 6th game we've covered this team that we've never really covered before here on HoNcast. But they're deserving of it, defeating Justice League, and now game 3 against Excellent. Scout going to be picked up by Excellent. So again, we saw that game 1. They did not run the Suicide Scout though. They ran the Carry Scout. They ran the short lane Carry Scout. So here we are. Will that be the same case here or not? We'll see what RpTime does to respond to that. We got the Pyromancer rally and valuing their Pyromancer pickup. Still a little bit head scratching on that, but Rally also seems like it is kind of a favorite of theirs. Look at that too. They go with Arachna. They figure it was going to be banned in the next tier bans here, which definitely could have been a very likely possibility. It's clearly a comfort hero for them. That's what we're getting at, and they actually just pick it up beforehand. So they pick it up here before Excellent can do anything about that, and right away you notice Arachna against Scout. Pretty good matchup for Arachna right there, simply because that Spider Sting can see through the stealth and keep him massively slowed from kiting away with the Vanish, which could play a big deal. Oh, look at that. Beef actually pointed out about an article on HoNcast about the gold division. So, yeah, apparently, I guess they had 100% win percentage with Arachna in the gold division last cycle. I don't know how many games in total they played it, but again, well, that's more evident that it is clearly a comfort hero here for them as far as it's concerned. So big shout out to HoNcast articles, by the way, Fantasy especially, as well as the other writers, Blaze and whatnot. Do a great job. Banning stage, Fade, Andromeda, Lodestone, Corrupted, Keeper, and Parasite. So now into the next tier of picks. Dampier was banned, right? Yeah, Dampier was banned in the initial ban, so not going to be seeing him. But again, I'm going to maybe get an answer if we're going to see that Suicide Scout or Is it going to be more of that short lane scout once again? It did win. It was a part of the win for Team X in the first game. I'm hesitant on saying I won it for them in the first game because I think it just happened. You know, I honestly don't think PB did anything super special in that game number 1. But he, was able to pull through with his team with the victory there for game number 1. So, point being, I don't see it as being it won us game number 1, so let's go back to it in game number 3. I don't think that was the case. That's what I'm getting at. So, Luna is going to be the response though. So back over here to the Hellborne team now. You got the Rally, the Pyromancer. Get it? We saw against Justice League. They love to run that tri lane. So wonder if maybe they got that on their mind here, as far as a possibility is concerned. Gonna think about what to do. Again, the shield unfortunately blocking the extra time, so can't see how much extra time we have left, unfortunately, but I'm sure it's not much. Torture going to be coming out for them, so more of that 2-2-1 setup, if anything. And now Team Excellent going to be finishing off. So this final pick should give us some pretty good information, obviously, of what we're going to be seeing with that laning phase coming out from Team Excellent. Could actually see something like a War Beast here. Maybe for a suicide option as well, or even the short lane War Beast with the scout suicide. I guess it wouldn't make sense though, because then you have to babysit to him, so. I don't know, Bubbles is still on the board. They got Hag. Oh, they're right-clicking Hag right there. Yeah, they're going to go Bubbles. Okay, so it looks like it is going to be a short lane scout again. Especially if Pee-wee ends up on that. Bassett's going to be playing that Bubbles in the suicide role here. So now also for our Hellborne side, we'll see what they do here as far as their final pick, and again, maybe some information in terms of whether or not they're going to be running the trial in here. I'm going to think about this one. Want to make sure they're good to go. Obviously, before moving on into a very, very, very important game. Definitely this would be quite the run if they're able to make it to the winter bracket semifinals after day 1. Pharaoh's going to be their final pick. All right. They go with Pharaoh to finish things off here. Maybe the logic that could lock down Scout with a hero like Pharaoh, kind of trap him in those mummy walls so he can't get away. And also that does open up the possibility of...
Let's get it on.
Pick 2, but anyways, the idea that maybe we're going to see kind of an aggressive trial lane build here from RpTm. So we'll see what they do as we are now game number 3. We're on the Saturday night, getting later on for the European crowd. Definitely usually doesn't go this late in the cycles, but with us at RpTm especially, obviously again we cover them pretty much from the beginning. So here we are now. 7 hours or 6.5 hours later, pretty much, just starting the 6th and what's going to be their final game of the day for both these teams, obviously. Again, Justice League, all those matches where I want to say 45-plus minute matches. This series so far seems like that's been the case. So clearly a team that is all about persevering until the end. We got RpTm kind of roaming around here in the jungle. Protecting their jungle, that is. Obviously, last game that's actually interesting. You think back to last game, how again Tempest had that horrible start because 4 of his camps being blocked. Wasn't able to counter ward it off the bat, and did not look good early on because of that, but definitely recovered. Yeah, we're gonna see a defensive trial, and it looks like. Yeah, Pharaoh going bottom, Arachna mid. Interesting. They're shaping up for more of that defensive trial in here. Master of Arms, Luna heading tops with Pebble, so they're gonna call out that Excellent's running the aggressive trial in themselves, and they're gonna be right. They're gonna be right on that, from the looks of it here. So smart call from RpTm, and They're going to try to catch them off guard also, hiding in the side shop. We'll see if that works out. That means Pharaoh's going to versus Scout here at the bottom side. So that also gives a little more reason to the Pharaoh pickup as well, as figuring that's a decent matchup for him. And also good for trying to lock down Scout a little bit. But yeah, here we go. Aluna, Master of Arms, Pebbles. They're running up. They have no clue. Oh, this is going to be bad. Rally comes in. There's the Compel to Master of Arms. Impalement going to be used. No chain reactions from Torture. I don't know about that. You see Dragonfire hits. Torture in trouble, though. Health Potion going to be going out, trying to buy time. If anything, Master of Arms will go down first, so it is going to be a bloodless kill. And their favorite Torture does fall in the process. And now, actually, Pebbles might be in a little bit of trouble. He doesn't have mana for another stun. Power Throw comes through. Not enough for the kill on Pyromancer. And now Rally Compel, and not going to be enough mana either. It's just so close. Raleigh's Compel's coming up in 5 more mana. Pebbles is living life on the edge right here, and this might cost him. Oh, he's trying to fall back. They're trying to bait something out. Raleigh's looking to go back in. He has the Compel again. No chain reactions, but it's not going to happen. So in the end, oof. Yeah, choosing to go chain reactions, or excuse me, impalement right there over chain reactions. I don't know if that's a misclick or that just simply had the logic there to do so, but it nearly cost them a bloodless kill, honestly. It does get them the kill, though, in the end. And now here we are. Back into the lane is Master of Arms. So Pew's the one that got that, or excuse me, Rally's the one that got the bloodless kill. Obviously Pew got the counter kill onto Torture right there. But yeah, Rally getting that bloodless kill as well. And he is actually, is that a bottle being delivered? Yeah, bottle's already being delivered to him, so sideline bottle going to be coming out. He's going to take some charges, share it off to Pyromancer, who's going to now go for that 2-minute ruin. Arachna, the middle lane. This is going to be big. Sequence falls to Bubbles. That is not a matchup that is favorable whatsoever for Bubbles. That is a, you can argue, a dominating matchup for Arachna. And that changes things. Big kill coming out from Bubbles right there. And Arachna, unfortunately, well, she'll have to, she uses a TP to get back to the lane, but you do see the top rune. It was bottled up. Going to be given to Rally. Happens to be a regen rune. Refreshment rune's still there at the bottom, but no one going for it just yet. See right here, Pebbles, Master of Arms, and Aluna all roaming towards that top side. They're going to know that the pole's being attempted. Going to steal some creep camps. Some creeps if possible. Which they get a couple of. But yeah, Arachna back to the middle lane. As soon as Bubbles comes in, you see right away the auto attacks. But it seemed like this might have cost him last time, so he's going to be a little careful right here. Bassett's going to hold his ground. He's going to shelter fan. He goes for the see. One more auto attack. No, it's not going to be first. Arachna, that's slow just a little bit too much for Bubbles. So this time Arachna comes in on top, and it's almost as if that whatever Bassett's did to get that kill initially, it's kind of taken away to an extent. Arachna will pick up some more free farm here. Gets the health potion delivered. Oh. Once a winter bracket finals and all 3 games of grand finals. Gotcha. So there you go. That was for the Arachna pickup. So yeah, they're pretty good with the Arachna is what it comes down to. And so far, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, both their games today. Both the first game against Justice. Oh no, they lost that game against Justice League. But they obviously just won the previous game here, and now here they are in game number 3. So, oh, middle lane Arachna going into Bubbles right here. Bubbles gonna get caught. Sequence able to get the kill. Torture obviously roaming over with the haste rune. Picks it up. Takes him out. You know, with that said. So killed the middle lane. 3-2 hero kill lead now in favor of the Hellborne team. Arachna's level 6, obviously, using the Spider Sting right there to help set up the kill. Now going bottom to pick up that refreshment room. Bottom lane. How's Scout doing? Scout's 29-5. Farrell's 17-3. So the whole idea of maybe trying to lock down Scout a little bit with this Farrell pickup, not really working out the best. You see Scout's able to apply a lot of pressure and actually has a marksman shot chance, but Farrell falls back before much else comes out. All right. Oh, top lane, actually. Aluna might be in some troubles. Raleigh went in first. Raleigh, though, taking some counter damage. She gets chucked back in. The stun and the Pebbles to follow that. Aluna goes down. Pebbles is just out of range. It's getting kind of blocked right there, but does fall in the end of his teammate. So the aggressive play coming out once again from RpTm, and sure enough, they have now a 4-2 hero kill lead over Team Excellent here. So middle lane, Arachna actually. She's going to counter with the Spider Sting on a scout. They're trying to kill the Spider. Torture comes up with the stun. But actually, as you see right there, Arachna does not have enough life to really dive. And that is going to be enough for them to get away. So no kills happening in the middle lane in the meantime. Anyways, as you probably saw right there, Beef. I'm doing my Beef now. Beef.
Hi, Breaky.
How's it going?
Oh, it's going pretty good.
Going good.
Had some good matches today, and, well, thought I'd stop and answer a question. Got roped into casting, but always happy to lend a hand.
Of course, yeah. Obviously. Yeah, so, okay, so you're talking about that. Against Justice League, even though they won that series, they actually lost the first game with Arachna, so it's kind of funny.
Oh, okay.
So they did play it against them. But
yeah, clearly a comfort hero.
Yeah.
They used it 1-3 in a row, coming from the losers bracket in the grand finals, so definitely something they're comfortable with. But I mean, I saw that result and I was like, what? They beat Justice League? Okay.
Yeah.
And well, now they're here against Excellent, all tied up. Fun.
Yeah, it's definitely been shocking. Now I'm kind of been stressing. I mean, it has been a little bit of Game of Thrones coming out by both Justice League and Team Excellent, to be honest, especially in that game number 2. But RpTm, I mean, they deserve all the credit that they can get. And you do look at the players that they have over there. A couple of recognizable players, of course, and again, they've been around the scene obviously for a little bit. So.
Panny's definitely been around. Like, he's been on like 8 teams this year.
Yes, he has. He had some pretty good
great.
Ultimate Slash game, that's for sure, on Tempest. So, you're actually coming from your series, what, TMSR versus IG?
Yes, sir.
Like IG won that one, 2-1, huh?
They did indeed. Definitely some fun matches going on over there, and I encourage everybody to check out the VODs on Twitch or YouTube. But TMSR back in a position once more where they could be eliminated 9th through 12th after just recovering so well.
Yeah.
So we'll see how they do.
Yeah, IG, and even doing that without Insania, their captain now. Obviously, have Banco in, I believe it was, once again. So that was interesting to see as well. Bottom lane, by the way, Beef, we got some action. Maybe shaping up right here. Scouts coming in. There's the Aluna initiation. Kelfield going to be coming out. The auto attacks to follow. Song of the Seas just cutting away. Here comes Arachna, though. Spider Sting right to the barrel. They turn it on to Bubbles. He's still freaking alive. He's finally going to fall to the marksman shot, but Arachna is going for a second kill. The line of sight is screwing her right here, and actually the line of sight might cost her her life. She's going to put in the auto attacks on the Scout. Aluna's still hiding. Power throw comes out. He might end up falling. Look at the kill, but Scout at least gets the counter kill onto Arachna. That was interesting.
That was unexpected down there. It kind of makes you think sometimes about just how much turnaround potential Pharaoh does have. And well, nice job right there. And then great job by Pew getting into that great positioning so that he was able to maximize, get a kill on Arachna, which, I mean, that's her second death now. That's one way to put a snowball end to this one. Oh, middle lane, Breaky.
Yeah, Pyromancer's going to be collapsed on. No chance for him. They got the initiation, and they knew, well, they had a good insight that he was alone, and obviously it does not work out. So, yeah, the fact that Scout was able to get those 2 kills, that's what's the biggest deal in the end. And yeah, good line of sight coming out from Aluna to help result in that. Now, you see the sustainer he purchased. Now, they actually ran the Scout in the first game as well, in the carry role. Pee-wee was playing in that carry role, the short lane, and he actually went the Rune Cleaver into a light brand even. So he went very farm heavy, yet he was still moving around the map looking to set up kills. It was kind of an interesting situation, but so I kind of wonder if he's going to look to do that again here. Will that backfire here or not? We'll see, but
that's odd.
Yeah.
That's a ton of mana regen.
Yeah.
Like, I guess he can just stay in Viz forever at that point.
He gains mana while he's
top,
in Viz.
Breaky.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, top lane, actually. Rally went in first. He got canceled, though. They're trying to kill Bubbles. Kelfield going to be coming out looking for some counter kills. Bassets does fall. And not going to be able to do enough. Aluna's like, I got a power throw in 2 seconds. 1 second. Nope, not going to happen. She gets scouted out, so.
Web shot dot strong.
Yeah.
So nice kills going on up there. And that was all just started with Rally hitting a really nice compel. And that looked good. But I don't know, man. Like, what do you need all that mana regen for? I'm thinking on Scout. I guess so you can run around invis a bunch. I'm like, dang, maybe he goes a Harkins or something late game in that build. That would be sweet.
You're not going in.
Top river breaky.
Oh my god, top rune spot. Yeah, you see Master of Arms gets picked off. I'm not sure what they're doing. Well, probably up there looking for that 10-minute rune, which it happens to be bottom. Go figure with the double damage. They got the refreshment, but double damage bottom, and actually Pebble is going to be heading all the way down there for it, and it looks like he's going to be good. Now, bottom lane, we actually might have a little more action once again. Bubbles, Cuffle, not up though. 30 seconds on the cooldown. And I believe I even Scout was spotted right there by the Rev Ward, so.
Yeah, really nice placement on that Rev Ward. That's going to be able to get them the counter ward on the lane here, and also revealing Scout if he does happen to come up. Middle lane, though, Pyromancer going to get comboed down by Pebbles.
Oof.
And, Wrath of the Pharaoh barely going to miss.
Yeah, that was a big miss right there because actually, will it be enough in the end? Probably not, or will it? Bubbles now coming in. Does he have the Cuffle just yet? No, he doesn't. Pebbles ends up falling. Cuffle's going to be coming up in a second. There you go. Scott now running in. Hellfire doing some work right here. Will it be enough to get away? Pharaoh, one more auto attack again. The Hellfire's doing so much work, though. But the power throw does get the kill, and now Scout's looking for more charge shot on a Torture. Guess what? Arachna's here, though. Mahart and Careface going up, but now she needs to be careful. Rally jumps in. Scout is also low. So many players are so low right here. Bubbles and Scout running away. Pyromancer misses the Dragonfire. Doesn't matter, though. He cleans up. Blazing Strike to help take out a Luna as well. And in the big picture, RpTm actually comes out on top there of that exchange. Wow. 11-7 hero kills, man. I'll tell you this much about this RpTm team. They love action. I mean, all 6 games now have been actually pretty aggressive in terms of hero kills, and it's still going. Well, that was an interesting attempt.
If Arachna had not gotten the hardened Carapace off right there, I think that she might have been in a very bad situation for actually dying to that magic damage, but good job. It's hard to tell kind of with the skin that she's got, the white Arachna.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've seen that one before, but they love action. You know what I love, Breaky?
What's that?
Action.
Yeah.
I like this team. I like kills.
Kills are
great.
Good. Yeah, not complaining.
I don't like watching.
Not complaining.
Team USA.
Yeah.
When I cast 6 of their games in a row and there was a total of 42 kills in 5.5 hours.
It happens.
Did the math.
It happens.
Wanted to kill myself.
A Luna. Haste Rune. Wrath of the Pharaoh. Not going to be used. At least just yet. She's going to run right past that Rev Ward. Will they be able to cut her off is a question. You see Pharaoh kind of in those front lines. All 5 are down here now, so they want to make something happen. He's got another rocket up. Cue the Jaws theme.
Wrong way.
Wrong way. Yeah, they get away right there. So, I mean, still on the run. A little does have the haste rune, though, so.
Yeah.
She should be fine.
Yeah.
Scout.
Pew was able to get a nice ward down near the bottom river that came down right afterward, but got a little bit of scouting information on where the team might be, and, well, as a result, able to get out of there with the team, keep everybody safe. And I mean, for Team Excellent, they want to slow down the pace of this game, Breaky. Yeah. They want to give Pebbles the ability to farm his portal key, and they want to let Scout get his farm as well. And Arachna and this RpTm team, I mean, they are definitely looking to keep the pace going. So. Yeah. Definitely on contending sides right there.
Well, yeah, again, that kind of goes back to the first game where I sitting with the Rune Cleaver into Lightbrand. It just very farm-intensive items. In the end, again, they got the win. It worked out. But I am a little more worried if it goes for that this game because of that reason. I mean, this is clearly in a very aggressive-based team, especially going up against a carry like Arachna. I mean, who has that, obviously, way with the spider seem to be able to see you. She's a very aggressive carry kind of hero in herself. So, you know, he's going for the Rune Cleaver. That's one thing, but if he follows it up with a Lightbrand, it's going to be a little bit of a it's going to come down to will RpTm be able to capitalize on that this time, unlike the first game that they weren't able to do so.
Yeah. And I don't know. I think that's just bad itemization coming in from Pee-wee right there because yeah, you have a chance to win when you go those items, but you're relying on your opponents to make mistakes. And you're putting your fate essentially into their hands. Because if they execute properly and you have those items, you're not going to be able to defend your base. You're not going to be able to defend the towers. You're not going to be able to take the fights that you need to be able to take at that point. Middle lane, though, Wrath of Pharaoh comes in.
There we go. Mummy Wall is up. Stalagmite's going to try to hit the TP support, but not in time. It was a little bit too early. Bubbles cannot get away, even with the Kelpa thrown out. And it looks like the Hellborne side is still wanting more. Pebbles actually says, get in there, Rally. I want to actually kill you, but That could even backfire. The chase continuing. Aluna's going to fall. Rally just runs away. Here we go, actually. Scout gets caught! Mummy Walls traps him. He got caught right there. In fact, now Rally jumps into the pebble. Stalagmite's kind of hit. Oh, he finishes him off with a seismic slam, but it doesn't matter. The quad kill for Arachna when it's all said and done, and this is also going to be a tower kill on top of that. You know, I talked about they last picked Pharaoh here against Team Excellent, and I mentioned maybe a little bit of that had to do with the scout pick, how it's decent against him, not only in the lane, but with that mummy wall. You know, you trap him in, he's nowhere for him to go with that vanish to kind of skirt away. That clearly happened right there. He just got caught in the mummy wall, and he could not get away as they had vision to see him. So, wow, a quad kill for Rachman, and they deny their middle tower on top of that, as if to add insult to injury. That's big.
This team is doing very well right now, Breaky. I've got to question something here. How did they lane this Arachna? Like, what was their laning setup?
This game it was middle, actually. It was interesting. Yeah, they put it. They tri-lane top. They ran Torturer, Pyromancer, Rally top. They sent Arachna mid to face off against Bubbles. Bubbles actually killed Arachna first, which was funny.
Interesting.
But, he actually counter-killed him, though, so.
Because it's always like Arachna, every hero has their strengths and weaknesses, right? Unless you're Prisoner 945, in which it's only strengths. But every hero other than Prisoner has strengths and weaknesses. And in this case, Arachna in the early game as Rally is going to go down to the power throw in the middle lane. But her early game, her laning presence is where she's most vulnerable. And then if you're able to get the really fast portal key on Pebbles and whatnot, then she can be vulnerable. But this team seems almost designed, with a Bubbles, a Pebbles, and a Scout, almost designed to kill Arachna. And unfortunately, she's just killing them. I really...
Yeah.
Rape time. I mean, they're playing really well right now, Breaky.
Yeah, it was interesting with the laning phase with that said. I mean, actually, Pyromancer, one more out of attack. Oh, he does sidestep the dragon. But he also... Wow, that's some great intuition there by Product 5. He figured there was support coming in and actually helped him dodge the Wrath of the Pharaoh attempt. So he doesn't get the kill, but he makes sure to stay alive in the process. But yeah, again, quickly going back to that, looking at the hindsight, it's like the landing phase, because they actually ran the defensive tri-lane expecting Team xCet to run an aggressive tri-lane, which I was even a little bit thrown off by, but that's what they did. They ran Pebbles, Master of Arms, to Luna top, and there was actually an exchange between the two teams right off the bat because of that. But yeah, they pretty much... They knew what Excellent was going to be running. You could tell that. So they ran that very kind of defensive top tri-lane. And they sent that Arachna mid to kind of give her the best chance in the laning phase. And I think that might have thrown Excellent a little bit off guard. Because they were probably expecting Arachna, of course, to be top from the beginning. Well, as long as RpTm here was able to get proper wards down for Arachna so that she didn't get roamed, yeah, she absolutely was safe there against Bubbles. And that's an ideal situation for her. And, I mean, all their lanes seems like they were... probably winnable. So in either case, they're in a good position right now, although they are losing out in terms of farming right now, which is something that kind of comes with experiences. Team fight coming in the bottom lane, perhaps. Pharaoh looking for a Wrath, not going to find one. But once again, something that comes with experience there, the ability to really manage your resources effectively. Excellent is one of the best at this, especially Pee-wee on the Scout is finding so much farm right now. While as long as Excellent's deflecting the kills, they're in a good spot. Yeah. So we do see obviously trying to make that happen, but not going to happen. I like the glowstone pickup by Pharaoh. I mean, kind of I'm trying to think about it, how, you know, what is he passing up for going for? But actually, by the way, Bubbles might be in some trouble right here. Rally trying to collapse on him, but he kind of got caught up in, but Pharaoh's going to finish the job. Wrath of the Pharaoh to take him out right there. Bubbles does fall, so a good capitalize coming out. You do see Scout's going to counter push the top lane. Obviously, he has that Root Cleaver now, 1,900 gold now saved up, so we'll get that information soon, what he is going to be going for. But yeah, Pharaoh going the glowstone, so I wonder if he's going to go straight into that Staff of the Master or not, but that's another pretty good exclamation mark right there, saying we just really want to keep up the aggression, make sure we have those cooldowns. Arachna with his team pushes the bottom tower, and all of a sudden Arachna has 3,100 gold with the Fire Brand already picked up. I didn't even notice this, but holy crap, 525 gold per minute. Here on Arachna this early on in the game, she is just having a great old time now at the top lane, though. She might be in a little bit of careful or a little bit of danger, but
lightning speed.
Oh, there we go. Pebbles jumps in with the portal key, the fork lightning follow-up, and yes, it is going to be successful.
Who's on top now?
I feel bad, man. Caster's curse.
I don't at all. I hate spiders. I hate regular spiders. I hate 500 gold per minute spiders even more, man. I'd squash them.
Yeah.
No, I'd probably run away in absolute fear. But no, great kill coming in right there, and excellent. That's exactly what they need to do. They're buying themselves more time, and they're shutting down the enemy carry. Really well set up, and just great patience. That's going to allow them to take a little bit more vision, as we see Pew already placing wards on the enemy side of the map, and Pee-wee getting some electric eyes down there as well.
Yeah.
As late as this game goes is really going to depend, because the Hellborne team, they're going to be looking to really assert themselves probably by about 25 to 30 minutes into this game. They're going to want to take down these towers. They're going to want to take Conquer and probably start sieging the base with that Arachna True Strike.
Yeah.
If Excellent's able to keep making picks like that, Excellent's going to have the capabilities to defend, especially because of the pebbles and bubbles. So, Excellent, I mean, they're starting to look a little bit better in this game.
Yeah. Now, again, Scout's going back to base. What is he getting? He's sitting on 3,200 gold. Is it straight shrunken? I don't know if that... Yeah, well, actually, that would be a decent option. He's not going to buy anything just yet. Okay, he's going to TP out, and oh, there's a Blessed Orb. Okay, so it's not going to be the Light Brand this time. Going the Blessed Orb, actually. Bubbles in trouble! Seismic Slam goes off. He got the Demons of Master's Call just before, though, and that was only a level 1 Seismic Slam. And Bassets is going to be fine as a result, so good save on him. But with that Blessed Orb pickup,
He's going sheep.
That or Nullstone even. I mean, Nullstone's decent against Arachna. And against a hero like Pyromancer.
Pee-wee loves sheep.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, he really, really likes sheep on Scout. Rune Cleaver into sheep. Gets the mana regen that you're talking about for lots and lots of mobility and ganking. We'll see. I mean, it definitely has the possibility to be something else, but I'm kind of leaning towards it. That's, along with Pebbles, they're going to be able to shut down their Arachna 100% between a Sheep Scout and a Pebbles, and that's all they've got to worry about. Everything else on this team is superfluous. Like, it just doesn't matter. So that's what I'd like to see out of Pee-wee right here.
Interesting. I mean, that does mean, obviously, his damage output is not going to be as efficient as, other item builds, of course, but the Sheepstick does bring its presence. See, I feel like that's more of a suicide Scout build, though. I don't know. I don't see that as your... Yeah, I get what you're saying. Locking out Arachna, that's really the name of the game here, and that'll accomplish that, but he's not going to be the biggest damage threat as this game picks up. Meanwhile, Arachna is going to continue to be that. I mean, she's finished her Geometer Spade now. They're going for Conquer, and this is going to be a free Conquer kill in their favor. So, and by going a choice like Sheepstick, it even puts Scout. It's almost like an all-in investment. It's like, if this doesn't work, then you guys have lost. I mean, you're not coming back, because Arachna is going to even be another tier of item ahead as far as damage focus goes. She could just take over from there. So that's my only worry. Again, we're not even 100% sure if that even is the case yet, but the way he's saving up gold, okay. So it is going to be the Nullstone, actually. Okay.
Damn it.
So I'm right, you're wrong. We'll just put that out there.
Breaky,
we'll move on with the
Breaky out of control as Rally gets a kill there onto Pew. So Pew's been sniping kills all day long. Rally's like, hey, tit for tat. Here I am, Seismic Slam in your face, and he does go down. So does end up going to Nullstone. Still gets the mana regen from it, but not going sheep at least just yet. I don't know, man. Pee-wee, you're disappointing me.
Well,
I'm gonna have to remove his mod.
The funny thing is, I mean, the thing with this is, it's like, so whether it's Sheepstick or Nullstone, honestly, both of them are still even kind of like, is that the best choice? Again, it is a great item against Arachna. It's a great item against the Pyromancer, like I said. It has its uses, but it's just, in a sense, it's kind of another farming tool as well, kind of like the Light Brand was on top of the Rune Cleaver. So it was kind of stacking farming tools to an extent right here. But yeah, it's Nullstone is better than like a Shrunken Head at the same time in this case, I think. So I don't even know if that's the case though. I don't know.
There's so few things that are actually going to trigger the Nullstone in this game. It's either going to be a Blazing Strike or a Spider Sting, 2 ultimates, or it's going to be an Agonizing Bonds from Torture. Yeah. So those are the only 3 things, minus Push Sticks, Sheeps, Hellflowers, etc. And if you're able to negate either that Blazing Strike or the Spider Sting, that's huge. And Scout needs the mobility. He needs to not be revealed. This is going to make it so that unless there's a Torture along with the Arachna, they shouldn't be able to kill this Scout without having multiple amounts of lockdown.
Yeah.
So, and that's always nice, and it is going to be able to enable him to fight a little bit more. And, well, on the other side, though, here comes Arachna and the Hellborne team. I think this is maybe the push. Never mind, they're looking for a Wrath of the Pharaoh.
They're going to catch right here onto Scout. Do they have the vision? I mean, they're bursting him down like they do, so they definitely do. And yes, he is going to fall the bound eye. And again, that goes back to the Pharaoh against the Scout right here. That's a big reason, I'm sure, why they picked it up. They trap him in yet again in the Mummy Wall. They get the counter kill. You saw the bottom tower was pushed in by Team Excellent, but losing your Scout definitely hurts right there. Luna, in the meantime, that was really close, actually. Rally compelling at the last second, not able to connect it. But look at the stat for the Master on Pharaoh. He's like, oh, I just used my ultimate. Guess what? I got another now. All ready to go.
That's what I was talking about, though, as well. They need all that lockdown. Excellent needs pushes. Lots of pushes. I would rather have seen the push rather than an Energizer on Master. I would rather seen a push before Shrunken Head on Pebbles. I would have rather seen a push before Portal Key on Bubbles. The more pushes they have against an Arachna and a Pharaoh, the better. Here they go.
Yeah, they're going to jump right here. There's Token of Life going to be used by Arachna right there right off the bat. She's going to come out. Will they be able to follow this up? All this without Scout, remember. Pebbles being locked down by the Mummy Walls. He is going to fall right there. And with that said, Torture, the only one dead so far on the Hellborne side. Master of Farms is also going to end up dropping. So 2 players down right here. Wrath of the Pharaoh misses in the background, but really it doesn't matter. The tower goes down. Scout is going to come up right here, so they're probably going to fall back in the end. But they got their damage done. You got another 3,800 gold already saved up on Arachna, so her next tier of item is going to be coming out here, and they're even going to steal the resources now on the Legion side. So again, if you're this Legion team, especially looking back at the Scout, you're not threatening. You have a Nullstone into your Ring Cleaver, very defensive / farming minded when it comes down to it. And as we've already seen now a couple times this game, even with those items, I mean, he can still be bursted down by this Hellborne team. So this is looking bad for Team Excellent. I mean, RpTm is trying to pull back-to-back upsets here to start off Cycle number 5. And if I was a betting man right now, 26.5 minutes in, I would put my money on this Hellborne team here.
I don't know about that one. I wouldn't say it's looking bad. I would have to take you on that bet, Breaky, if we're talking even odds.
Gold coins, let's do it. 500 gold coins on the line.
I'm in. Breaky, I'm going to need some gold coins to bet. So, if you can spot me that, that'd be cool. Anyway, yeah, so I'm not too concerned here. I think that the Hellborne team, they're really capitalizing on just this advantage right now, but what are they going to do with it? Are they going to be able to break base? If Excellent can shore up their map, but they're going to go in right now, and Arachna as well as Torture are going to go down, and there's the missed Compel and Rally. He's in some trouble now too.
Yeah, that was they saw that coming all the time, but here comes Pharaoh with the response. Arachna buys back, by the way. Yep, Pharaoh's in there getting chucked around and stuff, but he's holding them down. That is his job right here. Scout's going to be scouted out. Arachna's running in. Spider Sting on a Pebbles instead. They could not find Scout. He has a no-slot anyway, so down goes Pebbles in the background. You see Pyromaster still chasing. They will pick off a Luna. Scout is not going to look for more pickoffs. He's just too low in life. He is going to go for the TP. They finish off another right there. And it looks like they also got Bassets there at the end of Bubbles. You see a TP out is going to happen from Master of Arms, but that'll be that. So that all started with Team Excellent getting the jump initially onto Arachna, and obviously that was Scout kind of scouting around as he does and spotting all that information, but the buyback leads into a nice little fight, at least from RpTm. But still, I think if you're Excellent, actually, you're overall happy with the way that played out, especially you got the buyback used. Ooh, look at that, by the way.
Excellent's very happy. Now, the heart here for Arachna.
Is it going to be heart, though? Could be symbol.
It could be a symbol of rage.
Just the Malphite? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a heart.
I'm going to go symbol.
But I'm not 100% positive.
No.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think? The damage item, something that's going to help her siege, magic immunity, or the straight health there in heart or symbol?
Well, I think if she gets the attack speed, if she gets another... See, the thing with the symbol of rage, her attack speed isn't, it's not the most amplified right now. As you see right here, attacking the creeps, it's not like she's going off the wall. So that'd be my only concern if she chooses to go for a symbol of rage, how not having that quicker attack speed until she gets another bigger item might hurt her. But... So, I mean, that's where I actually would say I think I am with you. Going the Behemoth's Heart in the end is probably what we're going to see from Arachna, but that is going to give her some nice life, that's for sure. And that'll put her upwards of, 2,800 when she finishes, something around there. That'll be nice.
Yeah, she's going to have a lot. Yeah, probably around 2,800. I think that's about right, Breaky. Nice math. They say never do math on stream, Breaky. but I think you got it right there.
I totally guessed. So that's a shot in the dark, honestly. So
Ricky,
now that you brought that out,
you're a genius. You're just a savant.
We'll see if that actually is the case. But.
She's gonna finish it up, and her health's gonna be reading like upside down dolphin, and you're just gonna look like an ass. I'm gonna look like an ass. It's just gonna be awful. But I don't know. She's gonna be finishing that one up here very soon. She's got the money for the heart if she wants it, and she's not gonna be too far off from a symbol of rage if she chooses to go with that instead. Scout, I mean, he's about to get a shrunken head, I would assume. And that's actually going to be a really big pickup. As long as xCet continues to counter ward like they're doing, continues to get the wards up here, I think that they're in a pretty good spot.
Yeah.
Because the only way they're losing this is if they keep screwing up and getting picked off. They need to play it really, really safe. Like, really, really safe. Like, take no risks.
Well, speaking of playing safe, I mean, even a shrunken head now purchased on Scout. So, again, it even goes further to the point that Pee-wee here is really just making sure to play safe. I mean, again, especially when you have the null sun, you saw that, not the last fight, the one before, you can get caught. Now with the shrunken head, it will make the Pharaoh initiation a little less weaker, and obviously with the follow-up damage on top of that, coming out from heroes like Pyromancer and whatnot, and Torture even, but his damage output himself is still not there, and if we're talking about a Behemoth's Heart Arachna now, who has 2,400 life, by the way, so I was actually well off. Although when she has Strength Treads, it'll actually be up to around 2,600. Anyways, will they have enough damage output overall? Now, again, obviously they have a Pebbles who's level 16 now. He's got some good upfront burst coming at himself. And Scout can still dish out some good damage with that disarm on top of everything else. So it's not like he's a weakling by any means, especially with that coming out of the Vanish. But, he's not amplified in damage. Now, he actually might be in a little bit of trouble up here. Will they initiate with Pharaoh? There's the rally initiation. Pyromancer with a follow. I mean, they say no stone this. Oh my god, but he might be fine actually. Shrunken head going to be going off. Vanish going to be used. They cannot chase him down. He's just too damn quick without Arachna and no Spider Sting. He's going to be on the run. Another portal key. Rally trying to get a range. Not going to happen. Pee-wee, he goes in their base. What are you doing, Pee-wee? What are you doing? Pee-wee's going to fall. I do not know what he was thinking there. He could have easily gone down. Am I wrong on that?
Breaky, I'm pretty sure he just had a seizure. Like, I don't know what just happened there, Pee-wee, but that was not the correct decision. The bound eye was on Pharaoh. It was not on the rally with the portal key. It was not on the pyro with the portal key. Scout was in the free and clear unless Pharaoh hit a blind hook. And a blind hook onto an invis hero. Like, that's literally the only way. So he thought that he was going to be able to get in there and TP, but, I mean, got Wrath of the Pharaoh. Bottom lane, though, Pyromancer is going to go down. Pharaoh going to counter-initiate, but Pharaoh's in some trouble, maybe.
Yeah, might come at a cost. Never mind. You see he pushes away, and Rally's coming in, though. They want more out of this. They want that revenge, damn it. They're like, you killed my brother. I want to kill you now. Bubbles portal keys away. Passes tablet through the trees. He's making sure to get deeper. Oh, Pharaoh. No! Not going to go off. It was still on cooldown for another couple of seconds, even with that Staff of the Master. And Bubbles is going to be able to TP away. So, yeah, that was just so odd. I mean, the fact that Pee-wee was able to get away like he did was just amazing. I mean, great team support with the Deep of the Master's Call and his juking and jiving with his shrunken head. But, yeah, and then it's like, you know what, guys? I feel bad for you. Here you go. Take me out. Conger is going to be attempted now by RpTm, and they got an electric eye here, but... So, I mean, they definitely know, okay, they have the Rev actually right on top of him. So they know what's up, but can they initiate? I got to think they have to. I mean, they can't just give up a Conger kill here. They're in the area. It's not going to happen.
Not.
Well, Pebble says, nope, we're not giving it up. He jumps on a Pharaoh right there. Quick kill happening in the meantime. Rally in the background, but without the Pharaoh follow-up, I don't know if it's going to be enough. Pebbles in the meantime, he gets locked down by the Spider Sting. Scout opens onto Arachna, but he is not able to burst him down in the meantime. Torture has that ultimate up. He's going to be chased down, though. Scout risking a little bit too much, though, perhaps. Kelpha to hold him in place, trying to save Scout. Scout just around the marksman shot, going back in for Rally, and he picks him off. Oh, ballsy move by Pee-wee, but it works off right there. And now you see Arachna and Pyromancer in the uphill.
They're going to grab at least one more here as well. It's probably going to be the Pyromancer. It might be the Arachna. Here comes a buyback, though, from Rally. Rally's going to try to turn this one around. And the Hellborne team might get some turnaround kills here. Oh, nope, just kidding. Rally missed the stun.
Capel just out of range. I mean, I can't blame y'all looking too much for that. That was just, he attempted for it. Kind of good. trying to make it happen, but yeah, it wasn't going to happen. So Pee-wee, man, this guy loves to live life on the edge clearly, and he just did a bunch of that time around. So earlier it kind of cost him his life. This time it works out, and actually...
Oh, they're going to kill Rally.
Oh, yeah, disarmed.
He's done.
Be silenced.
What a pimp.
Jeez.
And Breaky, these 500 gold coins are starting to burn a hole in my pocket. I'm going to have to check out the alt avatar shop, see what's on sale right now. You know what? I might even buy a full-priced avatar. This is going to be great.
About that. I don't
feel like a
gold.
Kid in a candy store right now.
I bet without actually any gold, so.
Yeah, well...
Oops.
Anyway, Team Excellent, they're definitely looking in a much better spot right now.
Yeah.
The Arachna getting a Behemoth's Heart, and I mean, that's nice, but when you're the only threat on the team, I feel like you might need to go for something a little bit more aggressive and just rely on positioning and rely on your team to get into a good position to team fight. And they really needed to assert themselves more. They needed to have a part of the base opened up right now. That's what the Arachna is really good at with this True Strike. She is one of the best siegers in the game, but unfortunately, everybody else on her team kind of sucks at sieging. You don't have a Pebbles or a Keeper of the Forest or a Tempest or an Ophelia or anything else that's just going to be able to stand outside of the base and be like, come at me or I'm going to kill your base. Everybody else is like, stay in your base and you're perfectly fine. That's what their team screams.
You know, I'm seeing 2,700 gold now in Arachna, by the way. So with that Behemoth Star purchase, there's actually a decent point being brought up that I think we kind of missed. And going that over the symbol is actually, well, maybe we might have action now. Marksman shot being channeled already. Oh, she gets the W off, though, with the Heart and Carapace. That's mitigating so much damage right there. She is going to hold her ground. Scout's running in, though. He says, I'm physical, but he gets locked down by Pharaoh. However, Arachna going to sit in the background, is panning in auto attacks. The Mummy Walls are up. He got the cut of Pharaoh, but now he's on the run. Pyromancer hits the stun. Demons of Master's Call going to be coming out, but Scout cannot live through the onslaught right there. Aluna's now in trouble. Man, that Heart and Carapace timing coming out by Arachna, that definitely saved the day, I think. And they're going to end this off pretty damn well. Aluna is trying to juke and jive, but Pew, it's not going to happen. And this could be a stolen Conqueror now. You got Bubbles still kind of nearby. Bubbles, Bassett is going to go for a Ninja, if anything. We'll see if he's successful. But, yeah, great start there. The initiation sequence able to get the Heart and Carapace off. And we see the turnaround happen. Now, can Bassett steal this? That's the question.
It'll be totally worth it if he can. Otherwise, he's going to look like a fool. And Torture is actually going to spot him out. So he's going to get the kill into Torture, perhaps. No.
Oh, we got it.
Get the
he
token,
got it.
by the way.
Yep. By the way,
Nice.
He gets the token. I thought he was going to shelter him away from it, but that's why he shelters. Then he portal keyed in to pick it up. Now, can he get away? No, he cannot. 1 second. Nope. He comes up, and he's going to fall. Now, can he portal key from this? He should be able to. Oh, the timing's perfect.
Yeah, he should be able to.
Oh, my God.
Get out of there,
Get out of
Bubbles.
there. Get out of there. They have a chase,
But
though.
web
Yeah, he's
shot
dead.
and the fire. He's got to push.
Oh, my God.
He's got it.
Lightning speed.
I told
Bassett's.
Pew the other day when I was casting with him, I was like, holy crap, dude. Bassett's like, either has really good games or really bad games. There's no in between. He's either making gigantic plays or awful ones. And, well, right now, I mean, that was a big play, Breaky. 1-7 and 11, but making up for it by stealing tokens, maybe not.
Yeah, no, I mean, the fact that obviously you died with the token, but you don't care about that. You took a token away from the Hellborne team. So, yeah, that was a big play by Bassett's indeed. And the fact that you're able to survive after the fact is pretty damn amazing. So, well played by Bassett's right there. And that's also one of those those mind games even come. You got to wonder the mental state of Rape Time now as far as after that. Like, really, we had a free Conqueror kill. We thought we just had a huge fight that we won. And what is kind of a back and forth game here. And then our token gets stolen right from underneath us, and we can't even kill him after the fact. So, yeah, that's got to be frustrating right there for them. But, you know, what's done is done, and let bygones be bygones, I guess. But actually, going back to the heart real quickly. So another point that I do want to stress that this was a good point brought up by chat. The choice of Symbol of Rage, also another reason on top of, might not have the most attack speed to really benefit from it, is the disarm effect from Scout. If he happens to use it and he gets disarmed at that time, it basically does nothing for him in that sense. So that is another solid reason why Symbol might not have been the best option anyways for Arachna. So, but speaking of options, I mean, what is she going next now? I mean, you got to figure that's a big arsenal open to her. The wing bow is a good choice maybe, but Peewee is sitting on 3,700 gold. Well, he could be able to Savage next, so.
I think Genjiro might be a good choice for her. It's going to give her the mobility, going to give her a ton of damage, and, of course, an escape mechanism if nobody has a bound eye, which overall I think that would be probably her best choice, and we'll see in a moment, especially since the Slayer was just purchased by Scout, sold it immediately.
Yeah.
So he's just trying to check what kind of money he has for buybacks, etc. And he's going to be looking towards that Savage. Ugh, she goes the Savage Mace, and I'm personally not a fan of that very much at all.
Yeah.
Like, she, as you'd mentioned, she doesn't have the most attack speed, so the proc isn't going to be that important. It doesn't give you attack speed anymore. The True Strike, she's already got True Strike. She's going to get more raw damage from Rift Shards level 4 for the same price.
Yeah. That's why I do kind of agree with that. I think if you are going to invest that much into a Savage Mace on Arachna, in this case especially, I think the level 4 Rift Shards might have been the better investment. But it's hard to say a Savage Mace is a bad choice at the same time for me. I think it's going to be a good item pickup in the end for her. On top, she's already tanky with that Behemoth Heart, so I don't know.
In terms of raw damage, Rift Shards is like a 200% better choice.
Yeah, no,
It's
I'm not doubting
Yeah.
that. No doubt Rift Shards would have been better.
Oh, here comes a fight.
Oh, man, they're in biz. Smoke ain't coming out right here. Pebble's going to jump in on a rally, but he actually jumps away more like it. Scout now, he gets caught out. Oh, no. He's going balls to the wall. He says, I have to fight this. He's going to try to TP in the midst of them. That is not going to happen. He goes down. Scout has a buyback. But that was just a funky initiation there. I mean, Scout was a case of he's trying to run away, but yeah, he got to a point where he's like, I got to fight this. His team kind of tried to help. They didn't really have any resources, though. Aluna ends up getting picked off. Scout still hasn't bought back, but RpTm, another huge pick.
I think I got to go pack my bags, Breaky. I got to leave town. My gold coin bookie's going to be coming after me.
Suddenly I got gold coins again.
Oh, it's not looking good for Excellent right now. This is the opportunity that the Hellborne team has been looking for. This is the opportunity for Arachna to sit here and pound on this tower all day long. Sheepstick just purchased by Bubbles. A buyback from Scout might enable them to go in right here, and there they go.
They're trying. Pebbles jumps in. Rally taking a lot of damage. He will die in the end. Arachna, meanwhile, be a lockdown. There's a Sheepstick. Splits up with the Geometrous Bane, though. Still has that hardened carapace. In fact, going to use it right there as a marksman shot was incoming, and, well, you see how much that mitigates. So 32 magic armor, that helps. Master of Farm, Shark on head, he's chasing. Pharaoh hooks to his teammate, though. Not often you see that with the staff of the Master. Oh, they catch Arachna, though. This is big. If they can kill Arachna, she will not have buyback, actually. Arachna falls. She does not have buyback. Pharaoh's now in trouble. So what looked like to be a good getaway in the end for the Hellborne team is now going to be disastrous. Pharaoh now, he is most likely, he's going for the counter kill. Hellfire, maybe, not going to happen. Torture runs back in. They get the counter kill. Holy crap, they take out Pebbles as well. What turnaround, at least. They finally take out Pharaoh as Torture is like, wait a second, I'm finally dead. Panty does not have his striders. He's going to fall. Triple kill or hat trick, whatever you want to call it, coming out for Scott in the end. That turned in from great news for RpTm to, well, that sucked at the end for them. So, good fight back from Team Excellent, though. Buyback worth it on Scott, of course.
Yeah, in the end, Excellent definitely comes out a bit on top there. It's not huge. They're not going to really be able to capitalize with a Concord. They shouldn't be able to take a Rax here. Well, maybe they should. There's Rally going to get the stuns, and Scout in some trouble. Dragonfire going to be going out, but okay, Scout's a little bit too tanky. They're going to take this Rax.
I
Maybe.
guess so, yeah. The Shrunken Head, the Null Stun, definitely, again, they are great defensive tools right there, as we saw. So, able to keep him alive, and yeah, not even able to get the tower in the end. So, as far as capitalizing big time off of that, it's not as much as maybe we thought, but still, excellent. Level 25 Scout now. He's 2 levels higher than the Arachna. First one to hit that point, of course. And he is farming 510 gold per minute. And well on his way to that damage item finally. I mean, I figure it's going to be that. I mean, what is he going to go for? A Behemoth Heart? I mean, come on. So he's going to go for some sort of damage here on Scout. It's just a matter of what. You mentioned that, well, he looked to buy, what did he buy earlier? The Slayer, that's right, the Savage Mace. Yeah,
Slayer, yeah.
So, yeah, I think that would be your best bet if you're Scout here still. But obviously that buyback kind of set him back. Soul's Bulwark just purchased by Rally, by the way. Good for him, having that for his team finally. Pebbles has had his own, and now 2,300 gold saved up, actually. Pebbles is working on finishing that full demonic here.
I'd like to see him finish a full push stick.
Yeah?
Like, I'm still a little bit salty about the lack of push sticks, especially from Master of Arms. Went for a full Shrunken Head, and now a Warhammer. No push stick. Like, get a push stick. Please. Yeah. They got 3 Shrunken Heads now, so they're kind of losing their efficacy because you can't push them while they're in Shrunken Heads and whatnot, but I don't know. I'm a little bit salty. Sundo's got hashtag no vestments. I want hashtag no push.
Oh, he has demonic breastplate at least.
Yay!
He's got something there.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's definitely something that he needed. With all the damage that was coming out of Arachna, especially when she does finish up with the last item, whether it's a wing bow, rift shards, or a Genjiro, she's going to be hitting really hard. Scout's already got a decent amount of armor, 19.9, just kind of like raw stats.
Yeah,
no agility items whatsoever, which is kind of insane.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a really high agi gain. But he needs some additional armor. I'd like to see Scout pick up an agi item at some point.
Look. Well, yeah, I mean, he's sitting on 5,900 gold now. Again, he only has a 1 buyback, but...
Or just any item.
Just exactly. That's where I was getting at. It's like, agi item, just anything. Hell, I would even take a behemoth out at this rate, but...
Buy a miner totem. Get rid of your hatchet.
Yeah, the hatchet, kind of, I think it's over. It's done its job here, Pee-wee. It's done its job.
Well, some people have really sentimental attachments to their hatchets.
Yeah. Oh, geez.
I had that one
Initiation
through the
right
health
here, actually.
potion.
Pebbles in trouble. Pebbles is in a lot of trouble. He gets the shrunken head off, but it's not going to be enough, or is it? There's Demon the Master's Call. He is still somehow alive. Finally falls. I'm going to say, supporting cast wasn't really able to get there in time. Demon the Master's Call, not enough.
Honestly,
and here we go, pushing in. No buyback. Yeah.
That may be game. That's a double damage Arachna, no buyback. There's absolutely no way that they should be TPing back right now. What are they doing?
That is, yeah. I don't know if I like that. I mean, they did get the melee racks at least. And they killed Pew. I mean, that's good.
I mean, they had a double damage Arachna. Like, they could have just thrown right there.
Yeah, I agree.
If Swindlemons was in that game, he would be screaming, thrown it, thrown it, thrown it. Because that throne could have been dead in 45 seconds, maybe less.
Yeah, it's one of those cases you kind of wonder if they actually notice that Pebbles didn't have a buyback. It's easier for us as a spectator to sit here. Oh yeah, he obviously doesn't have a buyback.
He just bought a demonic.
But that's my point, though. Yes, if you're a player at this level, you should be aware of that. That is something that you should pick up on. My point is, I wonder if they actually saw that, if they actually picked up on that, if they maybe were expecting a buyback to happen. So if they were expecting a buyback to happen, then I could see where they might have been coming from. But yeah, no, I do agree with you though. In the end, it's a case of you got to notice that, and you could have finished the game right there, and we would be talking about time defeating Team Excellent right now. But hey, they are still. I mean, the picks still happen. They're still feeling good. But yeah, there's still game left.
Oh no, they definitely came out way ahead right there. They didn't lose any of their racks, but now Arachna is gonna get scouted out right here, and this could be really bad.
She does have buyback, so can she survive the onslaught? Oh my God, no, she cannot. Oh, she didn't even use her HoN Carapace actually. If she was able to get that off, she was locked down though, so.
She used the double damage instead of the hardened carapace, and I'm just like,
Well, I believe she was silenced, to be fair, so.
Yeah, probably.
Pretty sure there's a reason for that. Now, again, she has her buyback, though, so they're going to attempt Kongor. There's the buyback. Team Excellent, well, they noticed right away. It looks like they did. Bubbles actually jumping in first. Torture's going to be bursted down. Arachna's making her way. She's not that quick, though. She's trying. She's kind of quick, but not many heroes are that quick enough. Bubbles going to be bursted down in the meantime. Scout's in trouble. Scout falls as Arachna gets here. So that was even a lot of that without Scout, or without Arachna being there. And now Aluna's in a lot of trouble. Aluna's going to end up falling. What is going on? She tries to deja vu juke, but oh no, Scout's
mostly
still
everybody
buyback.
dying.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was. Oh my God, the Wrath of Pharaoh connecting on a Master of Arms right there.
Yep.
What the? That was Michael Jordan slam dunking for the free point line right there, man. Like, what?
I'm trying to see if they had vision of any wards. I don't think they did. I think that might have been blind.
That might have been a rocket.
That's
definitely not wards.
Yeah.
What? That was insane. Great job by, I'm not going to attempt to say that name, F-Man. And, well, Kongor going to go down. This is going to be another token. Now, Arachna is out of buybacks.
Yeah.
So, Sequence has got to be very careful from now on, because if he dies, his team probably loses the game.
Yeah.
But he does have a token.
He has a token
yay.
now. Yeah, exactly. That kind of changes things. And he just buys a post haste right there, so he sells his steam boots, gets the post haste route. Obviously makes sense. Now his attack speed, again, it's not the greatest attack speed here, especially now even selling his steam boots on top of that, but still he is a very, very large damage threat. Master of Arms, see, probably, I don't even know if we mentioned this, but the Shieldbreaker level 1 purchased on him. So he's trying to assist now with that damage route the best that he can do, but and that kind of goes back to that idea if you're talking about the tablet of commands and how that might have been beneficial here for this Legion team, and you can say probably would have been more beneficial to get a tablet on Master, honestly, than a level 1 Shieldbreaker at this point for the sake of his team. So maybe a little critical there, but it is what it is. I think that is safe to say. So, but yeah, you got right now. Rape time. They're looking through the Legion jungle right here, seeing if they can get any more picks. Of course, Pharaoh's ready to go with that ultimate of his. I'm trying to think. Yeah, if you're Arachna, you definitely have at least one more item slot left, not only with the token, but even the Energizer. You can be more than willing to give up that for something else. So that wouldn't be out of the question. Same thing with Scout. Now, Scout, it's interesting. Scout has that Rune Cleaver. Again, I've always heard give and take on Rune Cleavers. It's like you can say, yeah, you can get rid of that, get something else instead, especially depending on what it is. But at the same time, it is a great tool for creep clearing, especially when those games later in the game where creeps are pushing your lanes pretty heavily. It cleans up the lanes very, very quickly if you have a Rune Cleaver compared to not having one. So we'll see if that even comes into play here now for PUE, excuse me. But
it's kind of confusing, isn't it? Having a Pew and a Pee-wee in the same game.
I mentioned that earlier. It's like, wait a second. They're not actually the same person.
Or it is the same person and they're dual boxing, and that one person is the best HoN player ever.
We'll let you decide.
Who knows?
We'll let you decide.
Yeah, you can be the judge here. So remember when I said that all xCet had to do was play really, really safe and just not get picked off? Unfortunately, they've gotten picked off a few times since then, so the game plan has kind of changed.
Yeah.
Now they've got to get the initiation, because if they allow the opposing team to take high ground or even get close to the tower without initiating, they could be in some serious trouble. So I like that xCet's not just sitting in their base. They're grouping up as 4 or 5. They need to be 5, though, because the Hellborne team, they're on the hunt. So got to be careful. Careful.
Yeah, it's always, even in situations like that where you portal TP away, it's like, oh, in a lot of cases you're feeling fine, like, okay, I got away. But against a Pharaoh with a stab of the master, especially, you're never feeling fine. I mean, that guy could just come out of nowhere and catch you as you're TPing in the most awkward spots. And before you know it, you're being killed. So we do see they are going to try to collapse here on the bottom lane. Again, looking for that pick still, but not going to be happening. So instead of say, screw it, we're going to go for that push. Token alive, 345 now just about remaining on the token here for Arachna. So pushing in. What did she buy, by the way? Did Arachna buy something? Did you see anything?
She got a shroud,
shroud, yeah.
Boots.
She did sell the Energizer. She
Boots.
buys the shroud. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, I noticed she has gold. Yeah, she has the shroud here.
And this is what I'm talking about. 5 Arachnas, you can't let her get close to this tower.
Yeah, that just
Remember when I said that 30 seconds ago, excellent?
Yep. And she's outranging the Rax here now, too.
That's pretty dead Rax.
2
autos. Yeah, there it is.
Destroyed.
Yeah, that true strike is ridiculous on that passive.
So that's a second set of Rax, Breaky.
It is.
And xCet did literally nothing against it. They don't want to fight into token. They don't want to fight into bananas. They don't want to fight into illusions. Okay. I mean, I guess you're just down a second set of Rax. The resource lead is completely even. Your Scout's quite farmed. Your Pebbles and your Bubbles and your Master of Arms all have some farm on them. Why are you hesitant to try to take these team fights? You got to rely on the initiation.
Yeah. You see here, Scout is invis room. He actually picks it up in front of him. He is invis from the invis room, but of course they can spot him with that bound ice. Pharaoh jumps in. In the meantime, Parman's gets picked up. Down goes Raleigh as well. Pharaoh with the barbed armor. It is beautiful, but here comes Arachna. Scout trying to run away. Oh, Arachna got tunnel vision right there. He went straight for Scout, and now Arachna's in a lot of trouble. Supporting cast is coming in. They're not going to be able to get here in time. Yeah, look at that. Wow. Everyone buying back basically.
It's a massacre.
And they just clean up. That was huge for xCet. You can call that a genocide right there.
Oh, yeah, that's a HoN cast genocide for sure. And, I mean, with all those buybacks, look at the remaining tokens here. You got 1 on Pyromancer and 1 on Torture. You still have the bananas here on Pyromancer. He didn't get to use those before he died. But I got to say, I was really worried about Pee-wee going in there to pick up that rune. And then Pebbles got the most beautiful initiation off. And they just did it. They didn't think about it, and they just did it. And that's exactly what xCet needed to do to get back in this game. Arachna's dead for 45 seconds. They might be able to take middle Rax. I think they're probably just going to push up and then pull back here and take a fight when they're a little bit higher on life. Not going to try to exercise the power play that's going on right now, but they might.
With the way the series has been going, I think they're gonna overstep their boundaries, honestly. But we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. Arachna, 20 more seconds on that resurrection timer. Obviously, without her missing on a lot of damage output. No, the Cabela Way not going to be enough right there this night to finish her off. In the meantime, there's initiation. Pebbles gets that deep at the Master Call. The Mummy Wall is up, racking up in 9 seconds. They finish off Rally. Down goes Pharaoh again. Pyromancer is here. Again, Arachna's up in 4 seconds. But with just Pyro and Arachna, are you going to be able to hold them off at this point? Is the big question. Vulnerability goes off. They get the tower kill. Arachna, will she play ballsy right here? She's going in, putting an auto attacks on the scalp, but at what cost right here? Kelfield comes out. You see the hardened carapace. Her teammate falls in Pyromancer, and now she oversteps her boundaries. Arachna's going to get caught up with the sheep stick. She will fall again. And that should do it. What a comeback in the end by Excellent. Another genocide. They're going straight throne here, Beef. This should be it.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be it. Doombringer just picked up right here. Scout's putting an end to this. And I got to say, Breaky, mistakes of inexperience coming out from RpTm.
Yeah.
Not only did they not finish out the game when they had the opportunity to do so mid, there at the end with Arachna dead, they tried to defend the Rax's 4. Now, Torture gets picked off by a combo plus marksman shot. That's fine. You get the hell out of there. Your Torture is dead. He's gone. He wasn't that important to begin with. You wait for Arachna to get up. You sack that Rax. You sack a second set of Rax if you need to. But if you lose 2 or 3, or in this case 4 players at that middle Rax before Arachna's dead, you lose the game. Is a Rax worth losing the game? Well, I don't know. Let's do the math. No, it's not.
Yeah.
Mistakes of inexperience coming out right there, and that's going to be a harsh lesson and a bitter pill for RpTm to swallow here, Breaky. But
yeah,
they're going to learn from it.
Well, exactly, and you know, I will say it's not to take anything away from them, but I honestly feel their opponents that they play. I don't know what the deal was with today. You know, just being a Saturday, an odd day. There's something in the air or what. But both Justice League and here with Team Excellent. I mean, there's some unlikely play from them as far as decision making, especially coming out, and obviously it worked out the first game the first series against Justice League for RpTm to move on here, but Team Excellent in the end is going to be too much, and they take the series 2 games to 1. So I think RpTm has potential to definitely be a solid team, and no doubt learning from their experiences, they gotta, you know, that's definitely has to be part of it, such as what you're just explaining with right there. But in the end, hey, they were close to making it to the round of 4 here in the winners bracket. They still are at least securing a diamond spot next cycle, and we'll see what they can make